There's a dragon in my Legos.
You're tuned into Hustle-Based Learning, hosted by the intelligent Hoodlums, Webbs and Horace Mandroid, your favorite teacher's favorite teacher.
This is hustle-based learning. What does that even mean?
This isn't just for teachers or people in education. Hustle-based learning is the learning that everyone does every day, all the time. It's doing stuff because you like it. Learning a productivity strategy, learning to skydive, or how to make your risotto better.
Science.
It's about the actual
doing. The actual risk-taking and hard work it takes to achieve something, a goal of any kind, short-term, long-term. That's what hustle-based learning is, to me anyway. Whether you're a teacher or a student or an entrepreneur or an accountant, or maybe you don't even know what you want to do with your life, but you're trying to figure out. Maybe you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm still in middle school or high school or whatever. This is for you. So this is the question that I've kind of been bouncing around in my brain skulls.
Is killing their autonomy, self-confidence, creativity, and problem solving an unintended consequence of attempting to get kids to learn faster? There are plenty of adults who hate to read. If an adult struggles with a learning concept, we say,
oh, it just takes some people longer than others.
We don't do that for kids. Instead, we shame them with poor grades, with guilt trips.
When it could just be that they don't get it right now.
Oh, but according to our random measure of intelligence, you don't meet the mark. So here, have some failure badges.
Then that kid stops trying it all and they start to hate school. Oh, I'm not good at it. Why would I want to keep going back for more failure badges?
This, combined with a few other things, is a recipe for killing their creativity, autonomy, self-confidence, and problem-solving skills.
I read an article this week, which I'll link to below, on themindunleashed.com. The isolation of subjects and the arbitrary way we change from one subject to the next without regard for how engaged a student is in a task kills their natural workflow.
It's kind of like when you were a kid. And, well, this is dumb because I'm talking about when you were a kid. It didn't matter which ones were DC. That's backwards. Okay, most kids, like toddler kids, they're fine with their DC toys mixing with their Marvel toys, mixing with their Doctor Who toys. And they can be in the same city and exist in the same place. But we say, no, your Marvel toys have to play with your Marvel toys, and your DC toys have to play with your DC toys. And Doctor Who can't even be in the mix. Well, if I want to put them all in a TARDIS, I'm going to. Can you imagine if you were working on creating a website or reading a book when your friend says, okay, no more of that, we're going to the gym now. They don't have to figure out how to create something start to finish. They don't set their own schedule. They just have to mindlessly follow along with what we plan for them every day.
There's a TED Talk by Tom Wujek, W-U-J-E-C.
He talks about the Marshmallow Tower Challenge, which is actually based on another TED Talk.
Linksies below these.
Basically, teams get spaghetti, string, and a marshmallow, and maybe a couple of other things. They have to build a tower that will support the marshmallow as tall as they can.
Who performs most poorly during this challenge?
Recent business school graduates.
Who performs best during this challenge?
Kindergartners. Yeah, kindergartners.
Like he says, none of the kids are trying to figure out who's going to be CEO of Spaghetti Inc.
Business students spend their time trying to find that one right answer.
Kindergartners start with the marshmallow. Prototype and fix. Prototype and fix.
With the current system, we're creating a whole bunch of business students who think there's only one right answer.
There's only one right way to be smart or intelligent. And if it isn't what the teacher says or what the school says, then it's wrong.
Sure, there are kids who accept the way that things are, learn to play the game, and show the gains on the random test, probably produced by Pearson. However, we pay for those short-term gains as a society in the long run. Instead, I think we should focus on providing experiences and having every kid learn, make, and do things just because
it's fun, and doing things is fun, and solving problems is fun. If we did that, I think we'd have
a lot more success on the Marshmallow Challenge and in solving big life problems like curing cancer and eradicating homelessness and food insecurity and advancing as a civilization. That's all I got for you. Have a good week. Webbs out.
You're tuned into Hustle-Based Learning.